Smart people, dare to be different.
Hello and welcome to another educative and entertaining episode of Smart People. I'm Selassie Ibrahim, your usual host. The man on the show today, he can be described as a politician, a humanitarian, an international man, and a lot more. Ha! You want to hear more? He is the man behind most of the young people in the entertainment industry we celebrate today all over Africa. He has a magazine that everyone wants to be featured in. Am I giving you any clue? Okay, you will meet him soon.
Smart people, dare to be different. Smart people, smart people, smart people, always make a change. Smart people, dare to be different.
All right, hi Chief. Good to see you.
How are you?
I'm good.
Please, feel free.
Thank you. Chief, you are known as Chief Dele, but someone who expects me that you have so many other names. Would you please do us the honor by mentioning them?
When I was born, I was named Ayobamidele.
Ayobamidele meaning what?
Joy has followed me home. Joseph, the dreamer, I dream a lot.
Okay.
Ajani, the one we really struggled to have.
Oh, okay.
Ojutelegon.
You alone?
God has put my enemies to shame because they said my mom would never get pregnant.
Say that one again.
Ojutelegon.
Ojutelegon.
Yeah, you know, it's like God has put my enemies to shame because they thought my mom would not have a child again.
Are you the firstborn?
I'm the last. My mom had 2 other kids before me, but not for my father. I'm the only child of my mom for my father.
Oh, so that's...
And so when they got married, it was like, oh, what is my father doing with this old woman? You can't have a child again.
So she packed all the names?
So, in fact, it was my grandmother who gave me that very concentrated name, Ojutelegon.
God has put my names.
Yes. Then later, of course, other names came up, like Ajigbotosho, the fashionable one. It was like a prediction that I will be very fashionable, very trendy, and today I'm in the business of fashion. Ovation is about fashion.
Okay, the man has let it out. He's the, well, he'll tell you. I'm waiting. Okay, so you have all these names.
Yes, plenty.
Are you a traditional person?
Very, very. I have a first degree in Yoruba language, and which meant I really had to study the tradition.
How do you say, I don't like that? Chief, you've been in Ghana for some time now, and I can see some of your pictures in Kente, and I'm so surprised. You've actually, you know, done it so, wrapped it neatly as if you are from here. Are you learning our culture as well?
I've gone beyond learning. I see myself
as a Ghanaian.
Almost as a Ghanaian. I'm a Pan-Africanist.
Okay.
I'm a very good student of Kwame Nkrumah. If you find me in Ghana, people think I live in Ghana, but I only come occasionally as part of the role I've assigned myself. Okay. It is not only government that appoints ambassadors. I chose to appoint myself as an African ambassador, and I go to different countries. For example, when the war was just blowing over in Sierra Leone, I was there.
Oh.
I would go in the bush to go and look after the well-being of our soldiers, the peacekeepers. I will go and speak even to rebel leaders in those countries. Just the same way you find a David Beckham go to Afghanistan, or you see a Prince Charles go to Iraq, or you see Obama in one of those war-torn territories. I've been doing that for so many years.
And you don't fear for your life?
No, only God gives and only God can take.
We'll come to your political life, because I know you were in exile, and we're going to talk about all of that. Where were you born?
I was born in the ancient city of Ile-Ife, where the gas come from.
Oh, okay.
Yes, when you speak about the gas, I'm told historically that they are from Ile-Ife. I was born in Ile-Ife, and I lived most of my life in Ile-Ife.
But that's not where you come from originally?
No, my father came from a village called Hive in Edo State,
Okay.
very close to Benin Kingdom.
Okay.
But I was born, bred, baked, buttered, toasted in Ile-Ife.
Okay. And your mom?
My mom came from a village not too far from Ife called Bogon, about 15 minutes from Ile-Ife.
So you schooled in Nigeria?
All my education was in Ile-Ife. My primary, my secondary, my first degree, my second degree, everything was in Ile-Ife. You can call me an Ife boy.
I tell you, it's obvious. So how would you describe your growing up as a child?
Very humble beginning, very, very humble. My father was a civil servant, a road overseer, and later he went into business. My mother was a petty trader, selling rice and beans, and then later she opened a beer parlor. So I would say very humble. I lost my father when I was very young. I was only 13 when my father died in 1973. So that makes me 53 this year.
40 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then my mom died in 2007. She had no education, but she knew the value of education.
His mother had no education, but she knew the value of education. We'll be right back.
Smart people always be different.
Welcome back, my loyal viewers. We are still talking to Chief Dele. Your mother wasn't educated, but she knew the value of education. Oh, how touching. So you lost your father when you were at the age of 13.
Yes, please.
And she saw you through school.
She did everything to make sure I went to school. I don't know where she got that value from, but it worked very well for us. My senior brother has a PhD in physics from Stanford University. He got a scholarship after doing his A-levels, and he was able to travel abroad, and that helped a bit. And by the time I was also entering the university, he was back in Nigeria, so he was able to support me. Yes.
Okay. Okay, how interesting. So you are 3 in your family?
Yes, my brother, my sister, and
you.
me. Of course, my dad also had 2 other children before me from other wives. Yeah.
Do they work with you?
No. Oh, they are older than me. I told you I'm the last born.
So you are the last baby?
I'm the last baby for both of them.
And they are all alive?
Every one of us.
Oh, your mom is blessed. Tell me a bit about your political life. We'll talk about entertainment, that you are known for. But it's the politics that shocks everybody.
Yeah.
I go like, wow. So then we cannot go into politics.
Well, for me, politics is something that every reasonable human being should be interested in, because it regulates your lives, how we live, how we operate on a daily basis. In my own case, I went into it not as a full-time vocation, but because I was tired of complaining. We all complain. Oh, Nigeria is bad, Nigeria is bad. Yet, the good people refuse to go into politics. Oh, if you say Ghana is bad, then let good people go into politics. If you say Sierra Leone is bad, then let good people go into politics. So, for me, I made up my mind that I was going to throw my hat in the ring, and I did without any fear whatsoever. Number one, I was eminently qualified to be the president of Nigeria. Leadership is not about politics. Leadership is about managing people and resources. And I knew that I have what it takes to manage people and resources. For me, I mean, politics is something that should interest every reasonable human being. I was tired of complaining and grumbling and lamenting like Jeremiah in the Bible.
But you know, others will also disagree with you, because they believe when you go into politics, it's all about projecting yourself. It's all about personal gain. It's all about what you can get out of it.
For me, it's about service. I don't know about other people.
No.
Generally, that is the impression.
Yes.
But for me, I am a man who does not need a lot. My ambition when it comes to material things, unknown to people, is very limited. When you go around my house, you will see that in this place, I'm living in a library. I'm a scholar. I was supposed to be a university teacher. I couldn't get a job. That's what drove me into journalism.
But the bottom line is that somebody will say that, you know, the politicians over the years will come and promise that and do that and do that. So when you talk like this, people will say, well, because he's not on the hot seat, so he can say that, well, when I come, I'm going to change this, I'm going to do that. It's always what, you know, that's what we always hear.
One of my favorite quotations, anonymous, I don't know the authorship, is that a man will do nothing if he would wait until he will do it so well that no one will find faults with what he has done. What people say should not bother you.
Exactly.
It's about the state of your mind.
Yeah.
My mind tells me that I will be one of the greatest African leaders.
So you still have that ambition?
It's not an ambition, it's a mission.
So you're still going to
An
accomplish
ambition
it?
is something that is desperate. I'm not desperate, it's about service.
So
I'm
are you-
selling myself to the people. Today on Twitter, I'm probably the number 2 or number 3 Nigerian politician with the largest followership. Nearly 100,000 people are following me. And every day I try to reach them. I try to sell my programs. It's not about selling myself. They already know me.
Exactly.
I have a pedigree.
Yeah.
So in the past, we left this thing to non-entities who were not known by anybody.
So do you see yourself becoming a president after President Jonathan? Is it possible? How strong is your party for you?
Nothing is impossible. If anyone had told President Jonathan 4 years ago that I would be a president, he would say no.
Yeah. But
Life is, let me tell you, you cannot climb that ladder to that level without the grace of God.
Oh,
it's not
yes.
possible.
Look, there's grace on your left and there's mercy on your right. You understand? I'm going to preach to you. Hey, are you that religious?
Oh yes, I was born in a church.
Oh, really?
I told you my name. I was named Joseph.
Yes, Joseph.
I'm a dreamer. Go and read about Joseph in the Bible. There were prophecies foretold about what I'm doing today. I didn't just start. I didn't just wake up out of the blues. God had set me on that path of greatness.
So
and nobody can stop it.
So you waited on God for it to manifest?
Oh, it's God. Everything I've done in my life, because my life itself was in minus when I was born.
Yeah.
So you can imagine when you are in minus, before you now get to 0, before you now go to plus.
I know.
It's a long journey. It's a long story.
It's just the grace.
It's the grace, nothing else.
Oh, I am touched. Viewers, aren't you touched? He said it's the grace. Who are you not to give God the glory? Calm down, cool down, take it easy. We'll be right back.
Smart people always be different.
I honestly don't know why every man that comes on this show wants to cook for me. I mean, I would have loved them take me out for shopping, jogging. Well, he didn't tell me he was coming to cook. He just said, follow me to the kitchen. And the guy went in to change. So I am ready. I don't even know what he's coming to prepare. You know, usually I would have hinted you. But well, today we have a surprise package for you. So be very attentive. We are going to learn from him. He said that he went into journalism because he couldn't get a job after his master's degree. So just keep watching and learn from him. Okay? So I'm ready.
Yes. I mean, it would have been impolite for you to come into my house and I'm not able to give you something to eat. So I love cooking.
Yes, you never gave me that hint.
Oh, that's the surprise.
Okay.
I love good food. And if you love good food, the only way you will not be cheated is to know how to do it yourself.
Your wife is blessed.
5-10 minutes, this will be ready, trust me.
Wow.
Yes. I'm going to be giving you some nice white rice, some kelewele.
I'm seeing something in the bowl.
Oh, you will see, I have a special way I make my stew. So I start by frying. The Yoruba people like to fry. This, you have some nice snails here.
Wow.
So I put that on.
It's already seasoned.
Yes, I've seasoned it.
Okay.
I've parboiled it. So I won't waste your time.
Wow.
See?
Chief is actually ready for me.
Oh, very ready
Chief,
today.
Yes, you know, you told me you went into journalism because you couldn't get a job.
I tried to get a job. I wanted to be a teacher. My dream was to be a teacher, marry a teacher, and live happily thereafter. But unfortunately, I couldn't get it. So a friend suggested I should go to Lagos and search for a job. Unfortunately, I got one. And what did I get? I became a reporter. And my life changed. Well, I became a reporter with the African Concord magazine, which was owned by the late Chief Moshood Abiola, who contested presidential election. He was my boss. So I got the training for politics from him.
Okay. That explains it.
So I put the snail first. Then I come here to what I call orishirishi. Orishirishi means this and that. You have the towel, shaki.
Okay. Assorted.
Assorted. You have goats.
Hey.
You have beef.
Hey.
Yeah, today you will eat.
This one's salsa.
See? So I put all that. In 2 minutes, it's all ready. And then once I fry this, then I pour the pepper on it.
And that's
so
it.
the pepper will cook the meat, or the meat will cook the pepper. One must cook the other.
Okay. So when you got the first job as a reporter, what happened after that?
Yes, I didn't realize that I had a natural flair for writing. You know, I have a first degree in Yoruba and a master's in literature in English.
Okay.
Very odd combinations. So what happened was my style of writing was totally different. I use proverbs, I use a lot of idioms when I'm writing. And within a few months, my employers thought, oh, this guy is too good. They were starting a new publication called Weekend Concord. So they moved me from African Concord to Weekend Concord. And I wrote the very first cover story. Within 2 months, I got double promotion.
Wow.
My life has been extremely rapid as a journalist. 6 months later, I became news editor. I was number 3 man.
But you didn't have any
Nothing,
training?
no, in journalism, no, not at all. That's why I said I didn't realize I had a natural flair for writing. So by November 1989, I was already a news editor.
Oh.
By May 1990, exactly 2 years after arriving in Lagos, you will not believe it, I became the highest paid editor in the whole of Nigeria.
It's smelling good though.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Then you put, it's not good to eat too much salt, so just put a little salt. And then you stir it again. And then you cover it up. So the pepper will go into the meat.
Wow. That's all.
Yeah, the pepper. So
this
the
one
meat,
is called quickie.
Yes. It doesn't take time to cook food. So you cover it and we're all done. And
the kelewele.
The kele will be
ready. You eat kelewele in Nigeria?
Oh yes.
But you don't call it kelewele?
No, we call it dodo.
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 Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're all done.
Dodo.
Yes, so we're all done.
Okay.
We can go and take a little seat and then we come back and serve it.
Okay.
Smart people, dare to the defense.
The stew is all ready, so you can see the meat now looking very succulent. You can see the wele and the snail.
Hey, you know wele?
I know wele. Ah, why would I know wele? I told you I'm honorary Ghanaian. I know wele well. I know omutuo. I go to Mawuli to eat omutuo on Sunday. I go to Auntie Muni to eat wake.
I can't believe this.
Oh, I even go to Yaniba. Yes,
we are doing free advert for them.
Oh yeah, it's okay. They are these people. They are regular people like us. So let us help them to grow. Banku and okra.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, I love
it's
Ghanaian.
Like
oh yes, I like. So me and you can go and start. The others should not be jealous.
Oh, I'm glad you are telling them.
See the stew. Oh my God, it's so red.
Hey. Today the man is doing my job. Oh, my crew, they are eyeing us, but unfortunately they are not going to.
So the rice is there.
I'll help you when it's ready. Don't worry.
Okay. I give that to you.
Oh, director, I beg, don't look like that.
Hey, see the rice, oh.
Hey, wahala.
I'm telling you, original basmati, oh.
This one, Tesco.
Na Tesco basmati. They call it 200% rice from India. It's so white. So let's go.
Will this be enough for us?
Oh, don't worry. We have plenty.
Okay.
Here.
In fact,
if we need more, we'll come back.
Okay.
Smart people, dare to the defense.
Father, we bless you for this food. We thank you that you've given us such a wonderful food that some people won't be able to eat. especially my director and my producer. We thank you that we are eating to the glorification of your name. Amen.
Amen.
Well, somebody did the cooking and I just have to do the praying and the eating. I'm going to taste it and tell you how good he can cook. But it's looking very delicious, so I believe it will taste good as well. Okay. Chief, we'll be talking, but let me swallow my first food.
Please feel free.
Hey, that thing is tasty.
Thank you.
Hey God. Husbands, learn how to cook. You had your first job as a reporter without any basic training in journalism.
No training whatsoever.
And then you also learned how to do politics from your boss. Okay, I want to hear more.
Well, I believe that God gave me quite a number of talents. One of them is writing. The other is talking. I talk a lot.
Really?
I love to talk. I was a teacher, I told you.
Okay.
I taught A-level for 1 year before I now branched into other things. I like to sing once in a while.
Sing. Sing for me.
We have a God who never fails. We have a God who never fails. Who never fails. Jesus never fails. Forevermore.
Hey, you are very religious. Wow.
I told you, you can't do these things without the grace of God.
I know.
There are people who have plenty of food, they can't eat it now.
Yes.
God, we thank you.
Yes.
Smart people dare to be different.